Hey, what up, gore fans? This is Slash and Chill. We are a little group that likes to do short films, just goofy stuff, and blood and guts, you name it, we like to do it, and a little something more. Can't tell you what that is, but you'll probably find out in the future, so. But, yeah.
Well, basically we wanted to start doing reviews of indie films. And I realized that we put out a post that might scare a few people because we said we will be honest.
A little bit.
So we're not here to bash. Our intentions are to review these not as filmmakers but as fans.
Right.
There may be times where we're like, whatever.
And we'll let you know if we like it or we don't like it.
Y'all like the band?
First off, Miguel, you take it.
All right. Okay, well, as you can see, it's called Scarecrow's Revenge, so they have to put a scarecrow on the front, so right there, you got it. And it's the usual Photoshop jobs, and most of the movies nowadays, it's going to be Photoshop. It's rarely going to be a photograph or what they did back in the day, painted covers, which I personally like.
Big fan.
But, you know, things are different now. But, it gets the point across. There's a scarecrow in the movie, but the scarecrow you see here is not what you see in the movie. So
not at all.
But you know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
The axe is not the same.
Yeah, and the axe. What you see here is not what you see in the movie. Now, does that bug me? A little bit, but
that's marketing.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. Fine. Okay. Now, another interesting thing about this movie. The way it describes what's going on, I guess I'm just going to read you what it says on the back. I'm going to do a really quick job. It says, a warrior must step up to a heathen banished from her village, gives up his immortal soul in exchange for the near indestructible form of a demonic scarecrow. Okay, fine, whatever. It says, as the warrior falls into a vengeful scarecrow, it's down to one woman to save her village from annihilation. It's, you know, pretty straightforward, generic, whatever. What it doesn't tell you is that this movie is a Viking movie.
Not once.
What I read here, did that say Viking movie to you?
We're Vikings.
Anywhere?
We're Vikings.
Nowhere. When Jake was telling me about this movie, you know, I was looking at it as fine, looks whatever, and then he says, well, by the way, it's a Viking movie. And I'm like, what? And not even on the cover you think it's a Viking movie.
We're Vikings.
Have the scarecrow have like a Viking axe, you know, one of those big old, you know, manly Viking axes.
We're Vikings, not savages.
Or, hey, here's the thing, a Viking helmet, the horned helmets. Something. Nowhere. Even the thing is a warrior must step up. That could mean anything.
We're Vikings.
Anything. Nowhere does it say a Viking warrior.
But rest assured, even though it's not on the cover, in the movie, they tell you they're Vikings about 1,000 times.
Viking. We're Vikings, not savages. Viking code.
All the time.
Over and over.
All the time.
Constantly. We're going to try not to put out spoilers.
It's going to be very hard,
but
we'll try.
We're Vikings.
Second one to touch on, the witch in this movie.
Oh.
Her costume, less than stellar. And, I mean, it's not really the time period, I wouldn't say. Which I can overlook, but Miguel, go ahead, tell them what bugs you about that.
Well, for one, all the costumes that they use are way too clean, because if these are people that live in a village in the dirt, it'd be kind of either dirty or ripped or something. The witch, she's wearing something that looks like it would be from like a dealer's department store. I mean, it's so... You look at it, you're like, wow. I think I saw that at the department store like last week. And
$29.95.
It's just, I mean... And it's a single color, you know, blouse or whatever you want, but you're looking at it, it's in your face, and you're just like, wow, that doesn't feel... It's almost as if, like, hey, they're doing a scene and they still have their like digital watch on. You're like, oh my god, that
They didn't do that.
I mean, they didn't, but
It's that bad.
it's to that extent.
Hey,
Yeah.
show a picture.
Oh. Yeah. Purple thing, right?
I want to say blue.
I
I mean, it looks blue there.
I'm sure I'll go for that.
Or green. Straight.
Yeah, but it just and it's things that like it shouldn't bother us, but it kind of does.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like this broke the movie for me or it broke my brain. No, it's just something that it's hard to not notice.
Hold on. On the breaking your brain in this movie, hands down, my thing was the head bad guy. So, okay, obviously the Scarecrow's revenge. The Scarecrow's getting revenge. So, the guy, before he becomes a Scarecrow, the way he talks, I don't know how you got an actor to do that. It just, this voice he uses totally pulled me out of the movie. Like, I enjoyed the movie thoroughly, which we'll rate it later, but the way the guy was talking, man, you just, I'll put a sample.
May the good grace of Freya. Home, son.
Yeah, how bad was that? Seriously.
It's almost like they asked, "Hey, you like Lord of the Rings, right? You know that Gollum guy? Do an impression of that guy. Don't do spot on, but try your best." And I'm like, "Whoa, okay,
Yeah, it was,
good on you, guy."
it was awful.
You says I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay, next key point. This is one that bugged us both. The Scarecrow, obviously he does the raw or whatever sound he makes. They didn't overdub it. They didn't mic him. You literally hear the guy screaming through the mask.
Through the mask.
Which was awful and wonderful.
Yeah.
That
It's just the thing is what gets me
Yeah.
about with that is that if it's supposed to be some supernatural creature, make it like I don't know, deepen the voice or echo it or
do
anything.
something.
The thing is, the witch when she's casting her spell, they like redub her voice where they give echo. So I'm like, okay, she's casting a spell. It sounds all spooky, great. But with the Scarecrow guy, no, we're not even gonna bother.
No, the Scarecrow's all.
That's it. I'm like, and of course, the very first time you hear that, you're like, oh my god. I'm like,
And the second. And the third.
Through the whole movie, they don't even bother. It's like, no.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, maybe they missed it once. The other times, forget it. No. No. They don't.
Yeah, not at all.
We're Vikings.
The visual effects and the blood. If you want to call it that, I mean, I don't know, maybe they had two different teams working it, because there's one team that's doing practical and the other team's I'll just edit that in later. And if you want to talk about it's like practical as in they actually have, gallons of blood, drink this, blah, you're bleeding, fine. And then later on, something supposedly so gory happens, they don't bother doing that. It's like, oh, we'll just add in some CG blood, which does not fit. I mean, it's so bad. And it's the kind of stuff you would find on like those free websites where you get like a free sample. Same thing over, even the sound. Like, wow.
Yeah, I'll put a link to those down in the comments.
Again,
in the description.
And again, that should not bother you, but when you're in the business, it kind of does. And even fans, a lot of fans, especially with horror fans, we like practical effects. If you attempt practical, we'll give you a pass, or it's like
even if you fail,
it's like you tried it practically, and
totally good with it.
if you have to do CG, it's fine. I know it's a tool, but don't let it be your crutch, because once you venture into all CG, there's just no coming back.
I can agree with that, but I will tell you this: one of the main features on this, and I'm guilty of it myself. In this, they used practical blood effects and VFX blood. There's a big difference there, as far as texture, color, such things like that. And I probably shouldn't get off into this part because it's the filmmaker side of me that's doing it. In Tapeworm 2, I'm guilty of doing it because I used practical effects for everything. Bleed practical effects. Then there was a shot that we shot later, and I needed a blood effect, so I had VFX do blood on it. And the color didn't quite match up. Nobody else calls me on it, but bugs the shit out of me. So I can overlook that, but to them and me, step your game up, make that stuff match. Come on, just match the color. That's all you need.
You said it better than I could. Yeah, that's about right.
And the last thing that I want to touch on this, and I'm going to spearhead this one,
Yeah.
because I do the editing
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But there's one thing that I was told early on by Billy Pond. People will watch a movie with bad visual, but they cannot watch a movie with bad sound. This movie, there were times that I was shocked out of the movie because of the fact that they would hit someone and there was no sound effect. So you literally just saw
Nothing.
that was it. There was no climax to it. And it will pull you out of a movie really fast. And I'd like to say they only did it once or twice, but it was a pretty regular theme. So shame on you for that one.
Viking Code.
With movies like this, especially if it got distribution, watch it a couple more times before it goes out. Because, you know, there's always things, I mean, it's a human error. Maybe I missed that the first couple of times because when you're editing for a very long time, you get tired and you know, things slip by. It
happens
happens
like this. Yeah, that happened. That's in my DVD.
Yeah. And it's just, you know, come on. I mean, and of course, it's supposed to be Viking times, and I expect. And another thing about this, the visual effects, the sound effects. You know, Viking times. I expect, you know, metal clanking against metal, or just like, you know, when people punch each other, Viking punch, big old meaty thumps.
I wasn't even talking about
I didn't. It bothered me because there's a scene in there where it sounds like the Scarecrow does something so bloody and horrific, but then you hear a little, like a love tap. You're like, no, I cannot accept that. I want crunch, thunk, squirt, you know. And no, I just, no. No. No.
Alright, so I know it sounds like we've just bashed on this movie. These are some of the bad things that were in the movie.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, we're going to have a scale of slashes, 1 out of 5. How many did you give this movie for enjoyable to watch?
For enjoyable? The fact that I actually watched it all the way through, that's one thing. I'm gonna give it 3 because it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. It was just right in the middle for me. It was like there were some parts like, okay, that was entertaining, and again, I watched it from beginning to end, so that says a lot.
You know, I'm going to have to go with 4.
Really?
Just because of the fact, like we were discussing earlier, like I'm with you. It was an enjoyable movie. They had their flaws, but I watched the whole thing, which is better than some movies that we may talk about later on. But the thing is, here we are 3 weeks after the first time I saw this movie, and we're still talking about it. So, kudos. It was fun. I actually really enjoyed it. I don't think any movie's probably ever going to get 5 stars.
Probably.
So 4 is probably about as high as you're going to get for me.
There you go.
Oh, Joker. 5 stars.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Outside of that, we have another scale. Just because we enjoyed it doesn't mean it's something that you should torture your girlfriend or wife with. So, in the field of slash and chill production, you've got your 3 and 4 slashes, but to chill or not to chill.
Ooh, okay, that's a good question. Would I want my girlfriend to watch this with me? I personally probably not. Just because this is the kind of, like, I don't know, maybe for me a deal breaker. Like, I mean, I enjoyed it, but you know, it's like, oh well, guys like dumb, stupid. Can I curse in this?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. They like dumb, stupid shit.
Our shit is not made for children.
There you go. But I personally wouldn't have my girlfriend or wife or mother or anyone else watch this, because this is it's an acquired taste, because we're horror fans. We like things like this. We appreciate. We try. But would I want other people to watch it? Not this one. I mean, this is just kind of like a personal thing. I watched it. I thought it was cool, but when I want anyone else to watch it with me, so
See,
not to chill.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Oh my god.
Now,
All right.
I think you should show this to everybody.
Okay.
My wife, I tried to make her watch it. She went to sleep. So,
Yeah.
probably not going to turn out that well. But this movie right here needs to be in your collection. The physical copy, not the streaming. Just because, man, you can always pull this one out and be like, dude, you've got to watch this. And people are going to thank you. They're gonna talk a lot of crap, but they're still going to be talking for a month. So,
All right.
I'm going to say buy a physical copy, 4 slashes, and definitely chill.
I'm going with 3, and no chill at all. At all.
Hater.
At all.
All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
All right. Later.